going to be an ARAM. No, it's not. ARAMs are fun, though. They are fun.
Fantastically fun games. But we are going to see that Tempest, or Lee Sin, moving up here. Vec is going to be going into the bush first. I don't know if you saw that harpoon shot coming out of the hands of Big Fat, but you know, going for that E first is not abnormal for a Rumble to do. Definitely a good initiation if you get into a low-level team fight. You want that CC and you want to be able to control the other team, and that stacking slow is just really advantageous that comes out of the hands of Rumble. A lot of stuns, you got Dazzle, you have the slow by Chowster off the volley, and actually volley after he activates his Frost. And looks like they're just going to hide out here. Nunu also with his Ice Blast, as Zan just kind of moves around in that Rat Pack, as I say, and they're kind of keeping power and numbers right here by the top of the bush near Dragon. And it looks like nobody's really going to push too hard. They've seen what happens in the past few games when that goes down. I know Double Lift knows exactly what happens. And
his face still hurts.
Yes, his face does still hurt. It's not good to check the bush. And we'll have to see what they can do with this one. I don't think anything's going too aggressive. No real jungle invasion. Looks like Ashe is going down bottom. She will be playing it up with Tarek.
Ashe Tarek, like we said, going to be a super aggressive bottom lane.
Looks like Hotshot GG is going to be given middle.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, Rumble is a very, very good top champion, so that definitely makes sense. We could definitely tell that these are not European teams. It would be rare to see a Rumble top lane without teleport in Europe. That's just another thing that you see ever. Yeah, he just needs that, because that Rumble brings so much survivability and so much damage into team fights. You just need to be able to just jump in all over the map. And top, you know, you're far away from Dragon, and you totally give up Dragon control if the top doesn't have teleport. And the enemy top does, obviously, which it doesn't in this case. So it looks like Sana actually playing a rather American sort of metagame here. And we can see that Ashe starting off with a more modern boots and 3 pots, while Corki just says, nah, I don't care. I'm going to have Valkyrie. I'm going to go all up in your face. Oh, Nunu finds Lee Sin here as he is getting ready to go mid lane. There's going to be a solo Lee Sin mid. All
right, so they do switch it up. Brand will not be playing against Hotshot on this one. They're going to pull that one out, and he is going to go top lane against Rumble. We will see the bottom lane, as we said before, Ashe and Tarek. And wow, a lot of damage on Darkness right now. And Corki, intrigued, trying to get the heals in from the bush, but keep his mana up as well. Corki does have that Dorans, and he is going to be able to do it.
Nunu finds Trundle here in the jungle. Oh, that could have been, well, probably couldn't have been a first blood, because Lee Sin was in position to come and help.
Yep.
Yeah, like we said, Nunu is that super aggressive jungler who just needs to get up into the enemy jungle to be fully effective. And there you go. Look how quickly he just stole that golem. There's nothing Trundle could have
still
done.
Knowing that Trundle was attacking.
And he goes and does a level 2 gank. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he was just kind of showing. That's that lane presence right there. And he is still going to kind of hide in that position, waiting for Trundle to come around, knowing that he's a little bit low on health, but still obviously pumping his health pots at this point. And he's going to be able to get a lot of health. That's 200 health per pot. A good volley down bottom and great damage on Sona. She is going to be a little bit squishier, so that volley is really going to be an impact. Every time it hits her, going to be forced to heal up a little bit. And Hotshot GG is not really wasting any time going for the push and aggressive game right now. Lee Sin with that shield up isn't going to be afraid to try and get in there and get some last hits for himself. He is going to have to be forced out after that one, though. So Hotshot playing not really a zone game, because he's still grabbing the experience, but he's really having a bit of a time grabbing any gold without taking a good amount of damage.
Right. Bottom lane seems to be going very much in favor of the aggressive lane. And there's a gank coming in mid lane. Trundle coming from the river, but oh, there's a perfect pillar. And what was that? Wow. It looked like she was stuck there for a second. Is this going to be first blood? No, they have to retreat there.
Oh
my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh wow, that shield.
That was an amazing predict spear right there. Just predicted where Lee Sin was going to run in. All of them taking so much damage right now. Almost down 100 health each. Each one of those bars equals 100 health. Yes. Yeah. And that was so close. Lee Sin actually having 0. Wow. It was just a black bar, and he really didn't have any HP. Very lucky. He did have a shield on, and it pretty much brought him almost back from dying. He wasn't going to die. He wasn't ignited, but he made sure that it wasn't going to happen because they were still taking a bit of damage. That was an awesome attack there by Hotshot, and the action has begun. Down bottom, Darkness taking a good amount of damage, but they're forced to back off here as Elements no longer has the mana that he needs. Tarek, however, can just right-click the minions, gain a little mana back per the minion hit there, and that's how he sustains himself in lane as well as healing the other champions as a support.
It's a dangerous thing to do as a Tarek. You have to be very careful if you want to do that, because it does push the lane. I mean, and it takes a couple of last hits off your AD, which you really don't want to do. I mean, European perfect play support has 0 CS by the end of the game.
Yeah.
And another gang sitting up on mid against Hotshot. Wow, they really don't like Hotshot, do they?
He just ghosted, yes.
Oh yeah, that was a wasted summoner right there.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. That next one's going to be easier. And still, bottom lane is also pushing back. We have Brand chasing Rumble into the jungle right now, and Rumble will get away with that W. He's able to lift himself up off the ground, grab a little bit of a speed boost, and add a shield to himself, definitely saving his life. A Blaze is something that you really don't take into consideration because you're fighting. You're like, oh, they're not attacking me anymore. And it doesn't really blink because you're taking damage from it. Your screen doesn't blink off, so you don't really notice it's happening.
Yeah. It's 9% of your maximum health with every skill that Brand manages to land on you, and that just makes his harass so much more powerful in lane, where you have the time to just land the skill back up,
and he
land
comes
the skill.
back.
Yeah.
Very scary for him there. He might be taking some damage soon. Brand, however, went back. So I don't think he has too much to worry, but he should have gone back now, take this advantage. Brand's going to come back with more items. He now has his penetration boots. And from here, a quick spell reel from Brand will be able to take him out. Lee Sin and Hotshot, Vec and Hotshot rather, going head-to-head in middle here. And it looks like the Tempest was out, taking a little bit of slow damage from that one, and he will be able to get his shield off. Nunu coming from the top. Hotshot GG was still backing off. Wasn't really communicated, but I don't think he was looking for the gank anyways. Just, again, that lane presence to keep Vec pushed back in his lane and not so far out.
Yeah, it looks like Trundle was setting up for a gank there, but changes his mind. Big for help, he just blue pills him inside.
Right in the middle.
All right. Okay, that works too.
Oh, wow, Lee Sin taking a ton of damage in middle. That pounce coming from Hotshot GG, but here it is again. Radion wants it to happen. Both of them pilling out right now, and it looks he's definitely trying to bait this one out. Trundle did not see that, and Hotshot GG actually bit pretty hard on that. I don't think they would have gotten the kill. She would have been able to quickly go to Cougar and pounce out of that. And be out of that situation.
Tariq now warding Dragon. This is a very good time to ward Dragon. Obviously, the enemy team isn't going to go for Dragon quite yet, but this is a very important passage. When you come from the enemy jungle into the river, or when you just pass the river, you go past that ward, and that's just the kind of advanced warning that the bottom lane needs to survive.
Hotshot still pushing as well in Cougar form, not really worried about anything that's going on around him. Lee Sin has back, so he's all by himself. Now seeing Lee Sin, he's definitely going to retreat a little bit. That pillar goes down. Will they have enough to take him out? The Q hitting, he will be able to get back to her if necessary. No, there's the Q actually, I believe. I thought I hit before. That must have been something else that I saw. And we are going to see on bottom just a little bit of farming done by both. Not too much aggression down there. Trundle returns to his jungle.
Look at top lane.
Yeah, Lee Sin is just kind of battering that tower down. This is where Rumble should have gone back a little bit earlier. Where you can see where Big Fat is kind of taking some damage on a tower, asking Nunu for some assistance. And Nunu with red buff is going to make his way top, taking a good amount of damage just from that conflict rate in the hands of Brand. Those Sork boots are really helping him out. He has no AP on him really, and he has 32 ability power right now, so he's definitely going to be doing some damage in this early game.
Oh yeah, he's definitely building a rune page for AP, which totally makes sense. You get that early
oh wow, tons of damage coming out onto Nunu. He should be able to stay alive with a quick consume, and he may keep it. Yes, he does. Very well placed. Can he get it on a Seer and the conflict rate? One after the other is able to stop Rumble in his tracks. Big Fat not able to come up with that kill, and Brand is just out of mana.
That arrow mid barely misses Lee Sin there. That would have been a definite kill there with Hotshot ready to do the final honors, but barely missed that arrow from Ash. I think she sent that from base. That would have been a stun for the next 5 years or so.
Those feel great. You hit a cross-map crystal arrow, and you just put a smile on your face. Let's see, Trundle is going for blue, and it seems like they know it. The clairvoyance is down. He definitely sees it, but he has enough time. Tariq is not going to challenge that. And it looks like they have put down a vision ward at Dragon. They will be able to take that away from Zan at this point in time. A lot of damage coming out of Hotshot. Not too worried about taking a tower. He is able to self-sustain. Another one, possibly getting another spear out. It's on cooldown, I believe, at this point in time. So we're going to see how much stronger he continues to play this lane.
Is Hotshot building dodge boots? I see boots and an armor. I don't know what else the armor could be building into. You don't build a Heart of Gold on Nidalee, do you?
No, he could really be going for the Ninja Tabi. It may be possible. They do have a Corki down bottom. He wants to be able to dodge that later and not have to heal himself as much, and then he can heal his team with Tariq. It's going to be really effective as well. Also, Nidalee has a great escape, so if she can just keep pouncing away and allowing those shots to be dodged, it's really going to make it easy for her, not take too much damage. Obviously, like I said, doesn't have to heal herself. She can heal her team.
Very close game so far. We are now getting close to the 10-minute mark. We are at 10.2 versus 10.1k gold, so really no difference there at all. There is a gank incoming.
So much damage from the ultimate.
Just as I said, there's a beautiful first blood, and that Rumble ultimate, this is why Rumble is so powerful.
A great job there. Looks like Nidalee will be 2v1'd in middle here, and there it is, the escape artist. Nidalee just turning into Cougar form, able to get out of that one. Corky is forced to go back, as it is now Tarek and Sona down bottom. It looks like we could have a Trundle, though, however, coming in mid as well. Queuing to Hotshot. Hotshot easily going to just walk away on that one. He actually hit him with that, possibly coming back in. Could he kick him against the wall? He would actually go through it, though. Will he be able to kick him back in the other direction? Yes, very nice job right there. And the Ignite. Will Nidalee be able to get away? That Ignite will stop the heal at 50%. And a very nice job. Great skill shots coming out of the hands of Vac. And they were able to return the favor there. A little retribution for their teammate up top and grab a frag or a kill for themselves. 2-1 now, 11 minutes into the match, and it looks like Zan pulls the kill into their favor. Both have 11.6k, now 11.7k in favor of Zan.
We actually missed a kill against Ash that was going on at the exact same time in bot lane. So yeah, they're actually now a kill ahead. We're absolutely equal on gold here. This is interesting. Zan are definitely pulling their weight in this match, and they're not dominating as clearly as they must have against TSM, but this is definitely an absolutely open match. I can't even say who's pulling ahead. Let's have a quick look at the creep stats of the carries, and we can actually see Corky out-farming Ash really, really strongly here. And that is one of those indicators that's not represented by the general team gold, but if your AD carry actually out-farms the other AD carry, that's a pretty good thing for you to have, and that can turn into a lot of team fights that you just win, even though you were on equal gold very easily.
Yeah, if you look at the ward control right now by CLG, they have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 wards all across the side of the jungle on the opposing side of the river, which gives them a little bit more view of if, you know, Zan is going to be poking out, just checking to see if they can set down a ward. They're going to have vision on that, and it's really going to help them out. They're going to know where they can go, what paths they need to take to gank, and that's really going to help them out in initiating those ganks. We have 3 gathering near, it looks like Wraiths right now, but they're going to trade this off, and Brand will go middle. It looks like they're going to give him that still solo lane XP, so I guess it's no different. There's Lee Sin going up top, going to try to see how much damage he can do to Rumble, and he gets a good amount of damage done there. Rumble's not really worried about it too much, but it looks like Hotshot GG is making his way up as well, and there's a ward right there, yep, by Baron, a very nice placed ward by Trundle, and they're able to keep themselves alive in this one and readjust, put the lanes back to normal, and we're just going to see probably another laning phase go on for the next 2 to 3 minutes before they really start forcing dragons and before they start forcing the team fights.
The wards from Zan at this point, 1 in front of Baron, 1 in front of Dragon, just half as many wards, and oh, look at that, CLG must have been listening to me, finds the ward in front of Dragon and takes it out.
Oh! Great dodge down bottom. It was an Ash arrow that go into the bush. Sona did have to expend her flash to get out of that situation. And Darkness and Intrigue now still pushing their lane. They feel a little bit more confident about that. You don't have to worry about an arrow slapping you in the face. And we're going to see Tarek coming around from the top looking for any wards. And Oracle's already purchased. Going after Darkness here. He will be able to get the Dazzle on before he gets in. Can Sona get enough heal down to keep him alive? We are going to see the Summoner spell being used to get out of that one. I believe Corky did use his cleanse. Yes, he did. And he may go down in this situation. Ash falls. Chowster hits the ground by the hands of Intrigue. Sona picking up a kill for himself. St. Vicious taking down Darkness, and then Sona going down as well. A 2-1 in that fight there, and a very nice job between Zan and CLG. Zan, however, losing the 2, overextending a little bit after seeing that arrow, but, you know, CLG was like, you know, you missed the arrow. They may start to get aggressive. We're going to start to move down low. Tarek seeing no wards on that position of the map. We see the gank going up top right now. Big Fat LP is going down, and he comes out of the bush to give vision to Rumble, but he had to stay in range. And like I said before, if you're going to go down and you know it, you could just try to do as much damage as you can. You know, you're not going to get away. Do what you can.
Go down swinging. That's absolutely right. Yes, Nidalee seems to be having trouble here. And what is he building? Look at that. It's a second armor. Is he building a tank, Nidalee? You sometimes see that in ranked play, but I think that's a borderline troll build. I don't really see the point there. I mean, you have Nidalee, and she heals so much, she spears so much damage. If you just build her tanky,
Sunfire King, man. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you know, I see that, but I see people build that. I just don't see the point at all. Maybe he's just scared of that Lee Sin, and you just need something to be able to fight that Lee Sin. Tarek waiting in the bushes down there, and gets a dazzle in, but yeah, no one's in position to do anything about it, unfortunately.
Oh, he lets it hit Sona right in the back of the head. Will they be able to take her down on this one? Nunu charging the absolute 0. Will he be able to proc it at full? Oh, no, Sona gets out before he lets it go. unfortunate right there. Nunu St. Vicious possibly doing a ton of damage in that situation. She probably would not have died, but it could have been a chase past the turret. No, actually not. Tarek and Chowster very low. I did not see their HP at that time. Looks like we're going middle. Lee Sin on the rush. A very nice flash by Hotshot, and he's able to get out. He wasn't able to do the jump and get himself out alone, so he had to use his flash. Not too bad. He couldn't heal himself a little bit. He does want to stay in lane. Looks like bottom tower will go down. Trundle back to his jungle to figure out what buffs he can get and what is up right now if anybody has stolen them. And it looks like Rumble will return the favor as well and drop top turret. So at 15 minutes and 30 seconds, we have 2 turrets going down, 1 on each team, bottom and top. So we're pretty even in this matchup so far.
And Sana setting up for Dragon here, and unfortunately Rumble is completely out of position, so I don't think there's anything CLG can do right now. Sana have a pink ward here as well, so they know there's no ward. There's a clairvoyance right now, but yeah, CLG wisely choose to stay away from that. Sometimes you just have to give the enemy a Dragon. If they are in the right place at the right time, if you can't stop them, don't risk dying. That's basically the lesson.
So now that that's gone down, they do have a ward on it. CLG did not know. It's going to be 2150 when that comes back up. And being able to get to that position before the other team even knows you're there, even if it's warded and you know they're out of position, that those few seconds that you have already moving towards the position gives you the upper hand and allows you to take Dragon. It doesn't have as much health as Baron. It's quite easier to take, especially with 5, as you just saw right there. It only took a matter of seconds. So they also have the upper hand on the next Dragon if they haven't recently lost a team fight. And we're going to see Rumble taking over mid here. It looks like they're going to give Blue to Italy a very smart idea. She can keep the team sustained with HP and keep just jumping in and out of form.
He has vision. He could have stolen it. But wisely they pull it. Yeah, so what Trundle tried to do there is he put his pillar of filth in from behind, giving him vision of Golem, and so he got in range for a smite, and Nidalee saw that immediately and pulled the Golem back. And now Nidalee gets caught here. Is she going to get out? There's a pillar. Oh, a Rumble ultimate, but in the wrong direction. There's the pillar finally. Does Hotshot still have his flash? He does not have his flash up, but they choose not to fight as Rumble and Tarek are here as well.
Yes, indeed. It looks like we have a 3v3 in mid right now. Hotshot, or Vec rather, kind of getting aggressive right now. He does have a shield to use, taking our harpoon. He's not really too worried about it. Intrigued is going to be able to give him the burst heal that he requires at this point in time. We have Brand and Trundle actually moving into the top push. We'll see how aggressive that CLG gets at this point in time. They're actually quite spread out within mid if they're going to commit on this one, as Tarek is kind of heading around towards Dragon. He's taking out a vision ward right there. Very nice. Putting that oracles to work. And you know what? Zan doesn't like that. They're going to start moving all 4 members towards bottom. Nunu sees it, so St. Vicious is going to make everybody aware that there is a gank run happening right now. They did not see any wards or anybody trying to hide or blue pill within the Dragon area, so it looks like they're going to continue to move on here. They have a ward there in that tri-bush down bottom near the turret, and it looks like Corky is just going to farm up here as what they wanted to be a fight really didn't come to fruition.
I am really fascinated by that Lee Sin. He's doing so well, and he only has 2 Doran's plates. He must have a lot of
money. Catching him in the jungle. It looks like a dazzle and an arrow. So much damage. The flame spitter just tearing right through Trundle. Can they continue on this fight right now? Sona getting caught. Absolute Zero being flashed out of. Unlucky for St. Vicious. That's 2 in a row that he really hasn't been able to proc it full, and it's going to be a lot of damage coming around from the Brand ultimate. That is definitely going to change your mind about the situation you're in right there. And everybody's going to be ablaze for a little bit of time as they continue to move out of the Brand ultimate, as setting up defense on that mid turret again. Nidalee, Hotshot GG going back up top, saying, you know what, I'm going to farm up here. Nobody's bothering me, and I'm able to escape as much as I want. So playing very smart. Hotshot GG is just trying to farm himself out.
I wonder what that Trundle was doing in the jungle right there. Was he trying to place a ward? Was he trying to find a ward? He was trundling. He was trundling. That's what he was doing. That Lee Sin is super confident, and he still didn't buy anything. What is he saving for? Is he going to buy a house somewhere? Because look at that. Okay, look at the damage he's doing.
He's blind.
Well, he is blind, yes. Without much in the way of items, he is pushing Nidalee back. While the rest of his team is there as well. Nidalee is not aware of Trundle being there.
A little overextended here, but Nidalee obviously, like I said, the escape artist, able to hop over small walls, no longer able to hop over the base wall as well. A nice dodge there by Lee Sin, avoiding that damage. She does set down a trap to take away a little bit of his resistances and give her vision for quite a bit of time, actually. They're still moving around the top part of that jungle for Zan. They really don't know if they want to commit to a full attack on her. Hotshot GG knows, or Hotshot GG knows that he can't really start a fight here. He doesn't see where everybody is on the map, and that just would not be a good idea. You want to be able to have full visibility. Your mini-map is one of the biggest parts of this game. It looks like they're going to be able to take down this bottom turret. You got Chowster really focusing on darkness instead of the tower. It's only at 221 health, and a few more shots is going to be able to take that out.
Look at how amazingly close this game is. 20-minute mark, 4 kills, 23.6 to 23.7 gold, and 1 tower kill on each side. Well, it's going to be 2 tower kills right now, but still an amazingly close game right now. And I don't know if before the tournament anyone would have thought that it would be this close for Sam.
So the next tower to be dropped, these are actually mirroring each other. The next tower to be dropped would be that top left tower for CLG. It does have 1,000 health, and it looks like a 2v2 chase here. They were pursuing, it was Hotshot and St. Vicious, and both of them can kind of heal. I mean, St. Vicious isn't going to have anything to nom unless they come up to a minion in the jungle, so it was really Nidalee to heal either one of them, but Nidalee did have the Blood Boil on, and that is going to be a great effect for her to have on that buff from Nunu. So it was definitely decided by Brand and Lee Sin they should back up with the situation. Hotshot's going to push a little bit, seeing Lee Sin kind of use his escape there, possibly doing some damage, looking for the spear to hit, cleaning out the minions so she can throw one down right. The longer the spear goes, the more damage it's going to do, but very overextended here. The flash right out of the Sona ultimate, very well played. Hotshot GG pouncing out, breaking line of sight as he goes into the bushes, and wow, just keeping himself alive in a 3v1 situation. Just that's why you don't let Hotshot GG get Italy.
Yeah, he's really, really good with him. And that's another turret down, and oh, Brand maybe in trouble now, but he flashes away in time. If the dazzle still hits him, Flash no longer pops incoming projectiles, but
oh wow, awesome pillar.
And at the same time, top lane, Hotshot GG, again pushing out. Lee Sin was about to blue pill home, but changes his mind as he sees Hotshot staying down.
I think that's going to finally be it.
Finally, that Nidalee dies.
A few too many summoner spells used, and a few too much extension.
Yes, I'm afraid I missed a Brand kill mid. Did Brand kill something mid? Yeah, he must have killed that Tarek. Yeah, that Tarek that was coming from him mid, yes.
Yeah, they were able to get him on that pillar. They pillared right on the outside of the wolf camp down on Zan's side. They were able to catch him. He wasn't even getting hit by the turret, but the damage done was very, very big.
The next dragon
here we are. This came up at 2150, so it's only about 20 seconds spawn. They're going to be able to take that out. So good money. So that's going to be the second control for them.
Oh yeah, slowly starting to pull ahead. They are now 2,000 gold ahead of Asan, but still, you can be a lot of gold ahead if you just do one mistake in a team fight. That can be it for you.
Actually, that's 1 and 1. I said second. They both have 1 dragon at this point in time.
Okay.
We see Sona setting down the Vision Ward. Trundle now with the Oracle in hand. We'll see if Tarek has one yet, and he does not. We'll see if anybody else would have grabbed it, but it usually is going to be Tarek. He's going to use his money, obviously, to build his buffs and support skills, and then that Oracle, obviously, to stay in the back and not take a lot of damage, because usually when you get the Oracle, you're focused anyways. So it's something you have to be very careful with once you get it in your positioning. It can cost a lot of money if you have to continuously buy them. Looks like we're going to have a 2v1 situation up top. Will Hotshot be able to get away? The Q from Vec hitting, and the Pillar of Fire actually striking Nidalee. A very nice job there. It looks like she was actually on the outside, but she did take a little bit of damage, not too much. A quick heal will get her back into lane health, and there it is right there. About 338 health per heal. That's actually quite large for a heal to come out, and it's only going to get more as these level 15s, 14s. Sona is 10, and Tarek is 10, so the support's playing the roles that they should. They're going to soak up the XP in the lane. Like you said, the European support role is to have almost 0 creep kills by the end of the game.
Absolutely, yes. What Rumble is doing there is he's building a Crystal Scepter. Let's have a quick look at the builds there. That Crystal Scepter is going to make his ultimate so much more painful. It adds AP, so it adds damage. It adds more slow. The slow is actually stacked. There's a bit of a diminishing return step, but the slow is still stacked. And that means not only does every tick do more damage, but you also are going to have to take more ticks because everything is, well, you're slowed even more. And what is Brand waiting for there in the bushes? Now he wakes
a little
up.
Too long to wait on that one. It looks like he wanted something just more, wow, that 25% damage increase, as we said before, definitely putting a little bit of hurt on Hotshot GG. He's going to get those heals down. It's actually only a 300 heal, 140 coming from Tarek. They could find Trundle here. Oh, it is the ultimate coming out of Rumble. He gets stuck in his own pillar, and he's forced to flash out. The heal coming, and it will be shut down by 50%, but it is enough to keep him alive. Great job by Sona, continuing to support the team. Trundle almost really trundled himself on that one, putting down the pillar, got himself stuck within the wall, just not far enough to get by. And we're going to see Brand kind of sitting in the bush here. Hopefully Hopshot GG tries to come down. And Baron, what?
Yes, that's exactly
Looks like we're going to do a level 10, level 12 Baron here.
I was about to say exactly that. You just got 2 of their team down to almost no health. Go Baron right now. You're there. They're in no position to help. Corky is in bot lane. He's probably just going to take a tower. The only chance they have is try and steal it, but even that, less than, absolutely likely. They have 2 healers with them. They can take this Baron. They can take it easily. And they do take it, yes. There was a valiant effort from Lee Sin there, but he's just going to die.
They are able to grab it. Wow. Brand did not stay on the outside for Lee Sin to jump to with his shield. The Absolute Zero finally, Safish is getting off what he wants to. That full proc of Absolute Zero. Rumble taking a ton of damage on the output from everybody there. Tarek getting the dazzle down to stop him. Sona and Brand left to split either way, and CLG coming out on that fight very nicely. 2 down for Zan at this point in time. However, Corky, though, is doing some damage on bottom unnoticed.
Well, yeah, it seems they're not paying attention to the minimap. Like you were saying, the minimap is one of the most important parts in this game, but sometimes even the pros are, too obsessed with getting kills. But if they can push a tower down and get this Brand kill, which they can, I guess, yes,
very nice.
Can, then it's probably okay to... They didn't even lose the inhib to it. Oh, yes, okay. There you go. Nidalee went back, and Nidalee can
wow.
this easily. Oh.
He does not want to go down here. He does not have his Valkyrie right now, and he also uses Flash. A huge pounce, just doing so much damage, and she's able to take him down. Hotshot GG just forcing that Nidalee onto the opposing team and not giving them an inch.
7 seconds cooldown on the Valkyrie. I just checked there. 7 seconds was 7 seconds too long at that moment.
Yep.
He needed it right there. And they take another turret down. I wonder... how low did he get the turret? Only to about half health. So yeah, that was probably not worth it. He should have gotten up there sooner. Yeah, and Sun basically made that mistake of being caught in the river there, putting down the offensive pillar when they couldn't really follow it up. They got 2 of their people so low that they were basically out of combat, and that just meant free Baron for CLG. And really massive kudos to CLG for seeing that and for having the strength of the discipline to actually say, okay, yeah, we can do it. Let's go in there. And it's scary in a tournament like that. There have been games today already that have been lost to Barons that the teams shouldn't have taken.
Yeah, that's really unlucky when that happens too, because you have such a good momentum. You're grabbing Baron, you think you're safe, and then it gets lost, and the tables just turn against you. You're really not ready for it. Yep. We'll have to see. All 5 members are pretty much pushed back behind their second line of turret here. Lee Sin is kind of just pushing out a little bit. He does have Trundle behind him and a minion wave, so he can kind of dodge around. If he gets Nidalee, he can dodge the spear behind a minion. Rumble, however, coming in, also staying behind his minions for that one, missing his Q, and these guys are just kind of whiffing skill shots on each other, saying, yeah, I got mine too. We got Trundle, and we have Brand in the jungle right now. Brand taking that blue, a very detrimental blue that he can use. That's going to really help his cooldowns. And his mana really doesn't ramp up that much with his skills. It's about 70, 80, 90 around there for most of them. And it's quite easy to use that spell reel at least 2 or 3 times at high level before you're really out of the fight and you're really taking a lot of damage, because you have to get closer just to proc a seer or get the stun on to utilize an initiation. So we'll have to see if Brand can really get a Pillar of Fire down, conflagrate everybody in the fight, and start something off of this. Banshee's Veil's being grabbed all over the place. Actually, I think it's just Nunu. Yeah, we see another, as you said, the Ryla's Crystal Scepter being grabbed.
Yes, and they may be pushing for this inhibitor here. While Nidalee is split pushing bot, and Ash is split pushing top. They can probably not take the turret here, but they can stay here and they can force Lee Sin and Sona and Trundle to stay here as well. Actually, Ash rejoining them right now. They may be looking for a fight. Corky will probably be able to stop Nidalee just because he blows up enemy creeps so very, very quickly. But they may be going for a fight here. They may think that that's a 4v4 that they can actually take. And they wouldn't be wrong, I think.
See what they can do, the Ash Arrow initiation, and we're going to go into this fight right in front of the inhibitor turret, mid-inhibitor turret. Axion goes down, and the focus onto Brand is exactly what they needed. A crit arrow hitting Lee Sin, but he gets away in time with the heal from Sona. A very nice recovery there by Zan. They only lost Brand, and it looks like the initiation coming in from the ult on Rumble. They're not going to be able to follow up on that. The turret has a lot of HP, and they're not ready to take that damage. We do see that Hotshot GG is level 18, level 14 for St. Vicious, 16 on Big Fat Lip. And Elements is 12, I believe one of the lowest in the games. Next to Sona, they are both 12, as the supports, as they should be. They haven't really been grabbing as much, just kind of supporting their teams, not getting the kills. Chowster doing what he can to take down the turret with his team, getting the damage down, and they are going to start pushing this first inhibitor. Now this is really going to keep Zan in their base. They're not going to be able to do too much, and now the mentality game starts to be played on where do we go from here. We have to wait for our inhibitor to come up. As I've said before, CLG needs to continue to push so Zan doesn't have the chance to farm everything that CLG is now giving them. Super minions coming in, minions top, minions bottom, but CLG looks to just keep punishing right now in this power play as somebody is just spawning for them, and they're able to take down this turret as well. It looks like Darkness kind of just firing off some ultis saying, get away from my turret, but they're not really worried about it with the amount of heal that they can get back from Tarek and from Nidalee.
Yeah, absolutely. And now there's almost a 10,000 gold advantage in favor of Team CLG. This is starting to look dire for Sen. Sen, who amazed us so much with their first game against Team Solomid, but it looks like that maybe Team Solomid just didn't take them seriously. Maybe that's what happened. Like you were saying, it's a possibility.
Right.
But they're not weak by any means, but they definitely aren't stomping CLG here. Let's put it that way. Let's put it diplomatically. Yeah.
So 36-20 for the Dragon. 9-6 here at 30 minutes into the game. Brand going up top to get some minions for himself, and this is where they really need to, farm and get back to base. Easily could come behind them.
And just a shout out quickly to everybody who's watching the stream live right now. We have hit 180,000 viewers on stream, which is just massive and unheard of. And thank you to everybody who is still sitting here and watching us live. And the atmosphere is just amazing here, and I hope that you guys are having fun at home as well. If you're not watching this with your friends, you're doing it wrong. Invite some friends over, have some pizza, watch the games. It's great. It's a sports night for the 21st century. Basically.
Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night esports coming at you.
Absolutely, yes, that's what it should be.
So we'll have to see what they got here. Looks like a gather up around Baron here. They're just kind of gathering together, not for anything big. They did just get CV'd, I believe, unless that was Elements CV. I think it was. The Hawk Shot also coming out. So they're just being a little more extra careful at this point in time, making sure that they're not drawing anything out of that bush. A few harpoons. Oh, there is. Somebody was trying to not so much grab red buff, but they're not going to be able to now as they pulled that around with the volley. A quick harpoon kept red buff there, and they were able to take it in the bush without being seen. Now they can cleanly walk through the jungle here. It looks like we have 3, 4, now 5 defending this top inhibitor turret. Could be a forced fight. A very big minion wave coming up behind them, a full with a siege minion, so that's going to be a little extra damage to be taken if it is not taken out by it. Hits Trundle. Crystal Arrow coming out of the hands of Ash. Absolute Zero being procced right away. Lee Sin taking a ton of damage, and the Flame Spitter in the hands of Rumble taking Lee Sin down, so Ash can just take one more arrow shot on him. Axion goes down. Looks like that is Brand, and Trundle actually lives in that situation as he just runs around his entire team and is prevented from being clicked. A very nice job. You can usually do that with the top turret actually and save yourself. Still continuing to fight. Darkness is like, oh, I can't let this happen. We need to keep doing damage. Sona's saying, I know the same thing. Oh, almost getting hit by the spear. That definitely would have taken her out. Looks like Trundle trying to come in again with the pillar and stop them from chasing Sona. Corky right off the fountain again. Darkness trying to continue to do some damage, but this may be one of the final pushes necessary for CLG to take this game away from Zan. They will be able to take out this turret. Ash just kind of poking it from behind. No, coming around the edge is Sona, and she deters Ash from taking that out. Nunu seeing a huge minion wave bottom, not exactly huge, but a full minion wave, and they're able to take out that turret. Xenon, this does not look good for Zan right now.
That is their third inhib going down, and with the third inhib down, the waves of super minions that spawn are actually double super minions. Oh, Sona gets hit by that ultimate, and I'm not sure what that Rumble ultimate was supposed to accomplish. It's not going to kill her all by itself, but yeah, it probably put a little bit more fear into her, which is also always good. And yeah, it looks like CLG are actually winning this. And a smarter man than me needs to explain to me what that means for the group. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But let's watch the rest of this game, because who knows, maybe San can put an amazing comeback here. But it doesn't look like it right now with... wow, more than 10k gold advantage for CLG right now, and they can just go back for a Baron right now.
Yeah, that's going to be easy.
You cannot stop a Baron when you have 3 inhibs down.
No, it's definitely going to be tough. Plus, they're doing a lot of damage, and Sona is kind of, poking them back, or poking one out of there, just kind of getting their damage still. So they need her to even get into this fight, and now they're actually making a move. It looks like Baron is quite hurt, but still has a little bit of damage to be taken. Lee Sin is going to be the first one to somewhat initiate and run in here. They do see that I'm coming. The CV was actually right on the right side of the Baron, so they knew they should not have done that. Lee Sin jumping in quite aggressively there. The ult coming out of the hands of Sona will be able to keep him alive. Oh, the arrow going into the face of Corki. He will not be able to fire off for a few seconds, but he's back into this one quickly. He Valkyries right in, going for Chowster. That's exactly what he needs to do, but he is also going to get focused by the other team. Dazzled on, Hotshot GG taking down Brand, and it looks like Vec goes down. Darkness going down by the hands of Elements as Tarek gets a kill for himself as they just start to chase down Zan at this point in time. Very well played, forced off of Baron after taking damage, and very good heals coming out of the hands of Nidalee and Tarek in that fight. An ace for CLG.
And not one single person from CLG died. They all went solo. When that Brand ultimate, when they was like, oh god, they're all gonna die, and they were all like a sliver of health. But you know, that's enough. If there's no enemy heroes, you're gonna be fine.
You know, I really thought they had it. Sona had a great ult. Yes. Lee Sin was able to get out with his shield his teammate as well, but they decided to go back in for the fight and try to pull that one out in their favor. It just didn't happen, and CLG was able to come out with the win.